Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We're back to another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, as you might have guessed, we are getting into your Season 48 sneak peek. Spoiler alert, the season name is Extended Cruise, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So, this is a 4-week season. This one is wild. This is different. This is going to be a different thing than we've ever seen. I'm skeptically positive about it. I hope it's going to be good, but it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. It's something like we've never seen. So, let's get into the tech tree first. Now, I'll throw up the season stats on the screen right now. 200% across the board. 200%. You heard me correctly. Now, again, 4-week season, so it's going to go on a little bit longer. But the values in the chest are lower on a 4-week season, right? So we're going to have less keys and less tokens per chest. Okay, so scratch that. Now, according to what I have here in the dev build, the season lasts from June 26th to July 23rd. That is a 4-week season. But they're giving us chest rank values of a 3-week season. So this makes sense for the extended cruise because, as you guys can see next, we have a pretty crazy tech tree here. So I'll finish showing you the deck layouts and stuff. The deck layouts are pretty cool. But man, this is gonna be a wild season, man. So let's go with the season stats next. So spoiler, everything is 200%. So we have 4 nodes of each stat across the board. So let's look at this here, guys. So we'll hash out the day 1 path and what I think is gonna be good, blah blah blah. But let's just show you the whole tech tree here. So we go to 3 ERs, and you'll notice everything's pretty deep, pretty far along. Like, look at how long this tech tree is. It's an extended cruise because we have 4 weeks and we have the chest rank values of a 3-week season. So we're going to be able to unlock more stuff. This could be interesting, but look at this. How crazy is this? So look at this bottom path here, guys. Look, it doesn't connect to anything. So after, I think this is 5 ERs. Yeah, after 5 ERs, we can go down all the way down to heavy choppers. Or if you don't go heavy choppers, you can stay on that top path, or you can go the middle path, and you can go to 5 ERs and get some offensive stuff or some other stuff. So it's really interesting because whatever path that we have to pick here, we're committed to it. There's no, there's no mistakes on this one. And I think, it's hard to say. My guess is that it's somewhat equal, that heavy choppers are going to be just as good as, whatever else we're using, heavies and bombardiers, with all the troop health and troop damage that they get on the top path, right? So really wild, really wild season. So we have some extra nodes in there, and I think that's great. Why not? We'll have some extra. It's not going to slow down progression. When I did the intro on this video, I initially thought that we were going to have the typical chest rank value, the typical chest values. I don't know why I keep saying rank. The typical chest values of a 4-week season with an extended tech tree. That's, a recipe for disaster. That's just going to be, everyone. If they do end up doing that, I don't know. Maybe it's a visual bug on here. I never really know what's going on. If they do that, then that would just slow progression down to, it would just grind it down to so slow it wouldn't be fun. But I like this way of, for a 4-week season, make the tech tree longer. And then the fun part is, then we're still unlocking stuff at the same rate, right? Like, they haven't changed the key costs on a lot of this stuff either, right? So if we go down here, what's the most expensive thing usually? Rocket launchers, they're usually right up there. But there's no crazy, 50 key costs or anything like that. Everything is pretty well on par with what it always costs, even at the very end of the tech tree. So, all right, now let's kind of back up and look at this in sections here. So right out of the gates, pretty standard. We've got heavy Zuka rifles right at the beginning. The big thing to notice is we have a ton of mines. So we've got regular mines followed by super early shock mines with no flying troops. So out of the gates, it does look a little bit defensive. Actually looks very defensive because we've got building health, we've got all the mines, we've got extra defenses here. That's a typical multi-node. And then right after 3 ER, boom. No pun intended, boom. We've got boom mines hitting us in the face. And we've got our new green med kits. Then over here we got another multi-node. We got our first prototype right here too. It doesn't look like a good one. I mean, they're all level 1, Simo, Filati, and Boom Surprise, but I mean, if you're going full defensive, man, that's a lot of defense to cut through. Now, the counter is here. We have critters. So all those mines, not so scary with critters, right? We also have Brick and her battle orders if we do want to have her. And we get our first troop damage at pretty well the same time that we get our first building damage. So at this point, we've got 50 troop damage, 50 building health, and 50 DBD. I think people will probably pick up all of those stat nodes early on. I think you're going to need all of them, unless you're skipping ahead to something else. So, yeah, it does start out pretty dirty, but I mean, then we've got pretty well right away. We've got troop damage, critters, bombardiers. We've got a lot of stuff to deal with everything else. Now, we're going to have to pay some vacuum tax here. We're either going to have to go warriors for 24 keys or tanks for 28 keys. Both, expensive enough, but still, roughly the same depending on what path you want to go. I think if you want to go, defensive, go with tanks. Depending on what path you take, if you want to go offensive, go with warriors. Whatever's going to get you to the boom cannon or the troop health faster, because that's probably going to be a push point, especially right around 4 yards. I don't see why anyone wouldn't get troop damage and bombardiers. Yeah, I don't see why anyone wouldn't backfill and get troop damage bombardiers, but going forward, we have shock bombs, building health, a lot of really good stuff. I mentioned there's a key vacuum there with the tanks and the warriors. I don't know. It seems like we almost need that. Like, everything is so good here. It's like there's got to be something to slow people down. So yeah, as we move forward here, you can see we've got smokes, we've got rocket launchers. We got barrage, we got gunboat energy, troop health. We actually have seekers at 4 yards, but are they really at 4 yards? Because look at this. We're going all the way down here. We're going shocks, building health, smoke, multi-node, which is even more mines, building damage, then 5. So if you want seekers, you're going up here. You're going bullet. You're going one of these prototypes. You're going probably barrage. You're going gunboat energy. Then you're going seekers. And what's right beside seekers? Shock launchers. Look at that. The more I look at this tree in depth, I'm actually really impressed with this layout so far. So yeah, typically what we would see, guys, in a 4-week season is we would see, if we go over the chest values here, we would see in gold 14 keys, 17 keys in diamond, and 21 keys in legendary. So this is a very big difference. It's almost double the keys. It's what, 33%, 30% more keys in a 4-week season, which makes sense because the length is about 30% longer, technically. Not a mathematician, not a pessimist. I'm an optometrist. So I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like it's right on par. I mean, these things, they all seem to kind of line up. I'm getting excited now. So we got shock launchers at the same time as seekers. You got to backfill like crazy to get those. We've got 5 ERs, and then we've got our big, long, heavy chopper run down at the bottom there with scorchers, with multi-nodes. Whew. So after 5, we've got potentially building health, and then we've got another multi-node here. Crying ears, building damage, mechs. I'm so glad that this is not 4-week season chest values. Then we have 6 ERs, and at 6 we can go backwards. We can get ourselves critter launchers. Critter launchers. After 6 ERs, you love to see it. Thank you, dev team. Very good. Troop damage. We've got level 3 prototypes. We've got some heavy-hitting defenses down here. Wow. So 6 ER, building health. So at this point now, we've got, what, 150? Yeah, 150 building health. So, we've got a lot of defense, but we've also got a lot of offense at the same time, and it's fairly well spread out, I think. And then look at this mine node, 18 regular mines. 18. Wow. I mean, it's not going to be easy for seekers. I mean, they're early, but they're not really. We already showed that one. And then next we've got Everspark. So, I mean, we'll probably want to try to skip her if we can. I think that's the only path that really jumps out to me and screams go up. So, Everspark, skip that one. Then we're going Troop Health. But then we got to pay the Rocket Chopper tax. We're not using Rocket Choppers, and there's the same amount of keys. So, I don't know, man. It seems pretty even, Steven. And it's cool because it's even and it's equal, but there's different ways that you can go about it. So, you know, are the Seekers with 100, with whatever they have, 50 troop damage going to be better than the 150 building health bases with, you know, an extra 18 mines or whatever? That's going to be really interesting to see. So after 6, we go into 7, and what do we got? We got Laser Rangers at 7. We've got potentially a level 3 Sky Shield, and then we've got the usual kind of fixings down here at the very end. We've got Troop Health, Gunboat Energy, all the good stat nodes. So getting to the very end of the tree is obviously going to be important. We've got an extra rocket over here. Wow, we got 2 extra rockets or shock launchers. Oh my god. So we can potentially have 5 shock launchers this season. And all those mines. Okay, so it's not going to be a Seeker season at the very end. I can't see that happening. But I'm thinking it's going to be Heavy Chopper Bombardiers. So maybe try to frame your season around that. But wow, man. Wow. This is wild. So what do you guys think? I want to hear what you guys think down below in the comments. This is just, you know, this is too much to kind of go over for a, you know, go this way than that way. It's very interesting and it's very different. And we have not seen a season like this ever before. So I could not be more excited. I can't wait for Monday morning, 4 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. You want to see that live stream. This one's going to be crazy. So I'm very interested to see the comments down below. You guys let me know what you think and what you like, what you don't like, everything like that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch the next one, guys. Check it out. Back.